What is acceptable contact time when sanitizing food contact surfaces? Soak the item in chlorine solution for 7 seconds. George is getting ready to wash dishes in a 3-compartment sink. What should be his first task? Clean and sanitize the sinks and drain boards. Which feature is most important for a chemical storage area? Good lighting. Pete the busser poured some cleaner from its original container into a smaller working container. What else does he need to do? Label the working container with its contents. What information should a master cleaning schedule contain? What should be cleaned, when, by whom, and how? What is required for measuring the sanitizing rinse temperature in a high-temperature dishwashing machine? Maximum registering thermometer. What is sanitizing? Reducing pathogens to safe levels. If food contact surfaces are in constant use, how often must they be cleaned and sanitized? Every 4 hours. What must food handlers do to make sanitizing solution for use on food contact surfaces has been made correctly? Test the solution with a sanitizer kit. A food handler was assigned to clean a slicer that was too difficult to move. The slicer was unplugged. Then the removable parts were taken off the slicer and cleaned and sanitized in a 3-compartment sink. Food bits on the slicer were removed. After the machine was wiped down with detergent and water, it was sanitized and allowed to air dry. Then the food handler put the machine back together. What mistake did the food handler make? Failed to rinse the machine after wiping it down with detergent and water. What should be done when throwing away chemicals? Follow label instructions and regulatory requirements. How should flatware and utensils that have been cleaned and sanitized be stored? With handles facing up. What is the correct way to clean and sanitize a prep table? Remove food from the surface, wash, rinse, sanitize, air dry. Name the 5 steps on how to clean and sanitize items in a triple pot sink. Remove food. Rinse or spray off excess food. Wash, rinse, and sanitize. What is the temperature of the final sanitizing rinse for a stationary rack dishwasher? 165 degrees Fahrenheit. What are the 5 steps in cleaning a food contact surface? Remove all items previously prepped. Wipe counter debris into trash can. Clean surface with wet soap rag. Wipe with sanitizer. And let air dry. How long should an item soak in a sanitized solution? 30 seconds. What 5 things can influence the effectiveness of a sanitizer? Concentration, the amount of active ingredient, contact time, duration of exposure, temperature of the water, pH of the solution, and the presence of organic matter, like food particles. What are the 7 steps in cleaning and sanitizing stationary equipment? Unplug the equipment, scrape to remove food bits, wash the surfaces with detergent, rinse with clean water, sanitize with a proper solution, ensure proper contact time, and allow surfaces to air dry before reassembling. What should the water temperature be when you manual wash dishes? 110 degrees. True or false? Always rinse items after sanitizing them? False. When cleaning glassware, they should be upside down on a sanitized and clean rack. True or false? Always dump mop water down the toilet. False. Floors in a food prep area must be cleaned regularly. An object must be immersed in quat for at least how many seconds to be considered sanitized? 30 seconds. In between uses, buckets of chemical sanitizing solution containing wet wiping cloths must be stored off the floor. When sanitizing utensils using hot water in a 3-compartment sink, the temperature of the hot water must be at least 171 degrees. Chemicals taken from bulk containers and transferred to individual containers such as spray bottles must be labeled with the common name. Before cleaning and sanitizing a meat slicer, a food handler should unplug and disassemble it. Where should wiping cloths be kept between uses? In sanitizing solution.